Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning and felt like everything is just a loop? You reach for your phone, endlessly scroll, then rush into a long, busy day. You fall back into bed exhausted, sleep a tired sleep, and the next day, the same script. Days become weeks, weeks become months, and then you suddenly wonder, am I really living or just passing through each day? Here is the truth. Your future is not determined by some huge leap. It is determined by the small things you repeat every day. Science calls this microaccumulation, tiny habits, tiny actions, and over time, they create a huge gap between the person you are today and the person you could become. In this video, I will not give you random hacks that just sound good. I want to share 10 habits that have real power, proven by scientific research, behavioral psychology, and everyday stories from millions of people who have changed their lives. And if you stay until the end, I will reveal one habit that almost nobody talks about, but it is the key that opens up a huge difference. Habit 1. The Clarity Morning Ritual. Many people start their morning with their phone and immediately get thrown into a storm of messages, emails, news, and social media. This is what's called reactive mode. Instead of you owning your day, the world is programming your emotions. A simple solution. Spend the first 10 minutes just for yourself. No phone, no notifications. Drink a glass of water to kickstart your metabolism. Sit somewhere quiet and ask yourself, what is the most important priority for me today? Neuroscientists show that this question activates the prefrontal cortex, the strategic thinking center of the brain. You are not just starting the day with clarity, but you are rewiring your brain to guide the flow instead of getting swept away. Habit 2. The 2-minute movement rule. You do not need to become a marathon runner. But the human body is meant to move, and when you stay still, your brain begins to power down gradually. Whenever you notice yourself procrastinating, stand up and move for just 2 minutes. Stretch, pace around the room, do push-ups, or simply roll your shoulders and neck. Research in embodied cognition shows that motion creates emotion. 2 minutes of movement are enough to trigger dopamine and adrenaline, giving you motivation to act. And often those 2 minutes naturally turn into 20 minutes. Habit 3. One task at a time. We live in an age of multitasking, but the human brain is not a computer. Every time you switch between 2 tasks, the brain takes 23 minutes to refocus, according to University of California Irvine research. So choose the single most important thing each day. Devote a full hour to it. No phone, no open tabs everywhere, no background music. Psychologists call this deep work. 1 hour of deep work is worth 5 hours of fragmented work. If you maintain it, your productivity, creativity, and quality of life will skyrocket. Habit 4. Digital sunset. Your brain does not like blue light at 2 in the morning. Screens suppress melatonin, the sleep hormone, making you tired, anxious, and causing shallow sleep. Set up a digital sunset, a cutoff time in the evening, say 9:30. After that, put away your phone and laptop. Spend the hour before bed with soul-nurturing activities. Reading, journaling, talking with loved ones, or preparing for tomorrow. Sleep science shows this improves both quality and depth of sleep and helps you reclaim your evenings for creativity and connection. Habit 5. Weekly reset on Sunday. Many people go from week to week on autopilot. But research from Dominican University shows when you write down your goals, the chance of achieving them increases by 42%. Take 30 minutes every Sunday to reset. Look back over the past week. What went well? What did not? Write down the 3 most important priorities for the week ahead. Tidy up your space a little. This is not just planning, it is a mind reset. You stop drifting and begin living with direction. Habit 6. The 5-to-1 social energy rule. You are the average of the 5 people closest to you. Social environment is stronger than willpower. For every 1 negative interaction that drains your energy, balance it with at least 5 sources of positive energy. Listen to an uplifting podcast, call a friend who always supports you, or engage in an inspiring online community. Human brains tend to catch emotions from the environment, called emotional contagion. Let your environment lift you up rather than pull you down. Habit 7. Emotional anchor of gratitude. We often believe that achieving more will make us happier. But science says the opposite. Happiness creates success. Harvard research shows that writing down 3 things you are grateful for each day increases happiness by 25% within 3 weeks. And they do not need to be grand. Write down a morning cup of coffee, 10 minutes walking in cool air, a random smile from a stranger. Your brain will learn to focus on what is good rather than what is missing. This shift is enough to change how you see life. Habit 8. Learn 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes a day equals over 120 hours in a year. Enough to master a new skill, whether a language, coding, or art. Instead of scrolling meaningless videos, read a book, take an online course, or listen to a lecture. This habit is not about speed, but consistency. When you stop learning, you stop growing. Habit 9. Quiet mornings and quiet evenings. The world is full of noise, music, podcasts, notifications, but your brain needs space. Try just 10 minutes of silence at the start of the day and at the end. Just sit, breathe, and let thoughts settle. At first, it will feel uncomfortable, but then you will see this becomes a superpower where ideas and clarity emerge. Habit 10. Act before you feel ready. The dream killer named Waiting for Perfect. Perfect plan, perfect skill, perfect timing. The truth is, you will never be fully ready. Confidence does not come before action, it is born from action. Send the email, post the video, launch the project, even if you think you are not enough yet. Bonus, perspective from life's end. Every week, ask yourself, if I were 80 years old looking back, would this thing I am worrying about right now matter? This question cuts through noise, ego, and comparison. It brings you back to the core, living fully, loving deeply, and becoming your best self. In the end, it is not money, reputation, or number of followers. It is the memories you create, the people you connect with, and the person you have become. These are 10 habits that can reshape your entire life. Not in one day, not in one week, but month by month, year by year, they will transform you completely. So, here is the question for you. Which habit will you begin today? Leave a comment below, and remember, your future self is watching, quietly hoping you begin now.